Tonight, we're also tracking a weather impact alert as high fire danger makes for dangerous conditions, including the valley. Thanks for joining us tonight for 12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Kadiva Devine. We have team coverage of the dangerous conditions. Tiani Jadaling is in Phoenix speaking with fire officials. But first, let's get over to meteorologist Lindsay Riley. And Lindsay, what do folks need to know?
Well, the winds are going to be picking up as we head into this upcoming weekend, and the valley also is included in this weather impact alert. So that's why we are in red tonight. It's not too often that we have red flag warnings in the valley itself. More often happens up in the high country. But tomorrow we do have a red flag warning here in Phoenix and much of the lower deserts, as wind gusts are going to peak around 35 miles per hour and the relative humidity will be under 15%. Now, up in the high country, Mojave County has red flag warnings going Saturday and Sunday, while the rest of northern Arizona is Sunday only. Gusts will be a little bit higher up in northern Arizona at about 45 miles per hour. So winds don't start off too bad tomorrow morning, but they're going to pick up and they're going to be blowing in from the southwest. So you can see by mid-afternoon, the winds really pick up and we're going to have a repeat performance for Sunday. So be prepared for the wind and the heat this weekend. Karibe.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. With high fire danger across the state this weekend, public safety officials and weather experts are urging everyone to be extra vigilant.
12 News journalist Tiani Jadaling is live in Phoenix after getting tips from Phoenix Fire and the National Weather Service. What are they saying, Tiani?
Mark Karibe, over the next 2 days, experts say it's those winds that we could see here in the valley that could lead to a period of high fire risk. But it's avoiding the little things like making sure that we're avoiding campfires or that all the dried trees around our property are removed. That'll make the biggest difference this weekend.
As the heat continues to rise across the state, neighbors could be dealing with more than just triple-digit temps. This weekend in particular, a red flag warning has been placed over several areas of Arizona, including within Maricopa County and the lower deserts.
We have a setup right now in the upper atmosphere where we have a low pressure system that is approaching the west coast, as well as a high pressure system that is building over the southern plains of the United States.
Matt Salerno, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Phoenix, says this change could lead to neighbors experiencing some gusty conditions.
That pattern is doing is creating a funneling effect throughout Arizona, and that's going to really enhance our winds beginning this weekend.
According to Salerno, there's specific criteria that needs to be met in order to issue a red flag warning. That includes sustained winds around 20 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour.
We've already had enough high confidence that this weekend we're going to be seeing those really hot, windy and dry conditions across much of the state. So that's why we have a warning in effect right now.
But as far as how to keep safe during this red flag warning, the Phoenix Fire Department says this.
If you're going to do outdoor cooking, things like that, try to limit it or even nix it if you can, just because, especially if you do like an open flame grill, like a charcoal grill, all it takes is a little spark to do that. If you're camping, things like that, probably don't have a campfire, even if it's in a ring. Just be safe, not have them.
They also suggest keeping dried trees or trimmings away from your home or taking them to a recycling center if needed. Any tasks that would be deemed acceptable on any other day could put neighbors at risk during warning periods.
When you're parking your cars, if you're ever out in the desert, don't park over dry grass because the actual exhaust can hit that. If you're dragging trailers, make sure your chains are up off the ground because, again, sparks dragging across. Those are some typical things that might cause those types of fires.
Phoenix Fire also urges everyone to avoid fireworks at all costs this weekend, saying one spark could easily lead to a high, fast-moving brush fire. Live in Phoenix, Tiani Jadaling, 12 News.